Oh, I can tell you a couple things about your character, Georgia. From
I'm alive.
I'm going to start with, you haven't lost any hit points.
You've been, yeah.
That's good.
So,
this sounds like it's starting well, but I'm worried.
There's good news, and then there's news.
Well, and then there's the, I've already used all of these things.
You have no.
Yeah, so you, but I didn't use your daily power because I didn't want to take that out of your hands. So it's only encounter powers.
Okay.
So you should mark off that in this fight, you've already used Devastating Offensive.
Ooh.
And sadly, both of your inspiring words. So you're out of healing. One of those was on yourself, I think, maybe? I can't remember, actually.
I think they were both on Melik.
Do you know what my hit points are at?
I was the tank.
You're at full.
Yes, that's true. Yep. I'm at full. So I'm at 42. Yep. And I have 0 healing surges.
Well, no, you still have however many healing surges.
And we're live on YouTube. 3. Hi, everybody. We're live on YouTube.
Oh, hi.
That was accidental, but you know.
You don't have your inspiring word power to give other people or yourself healing surges in the middle of battle. That's what you don't have. Okay. You have not yet used your Dragon Breath, so you can still use that. But it looks like, and I don't remember doing this, but I have it checked off, that I used the encounter power on your Divine Retribution Chainmail. So maybe I did that. So that's also an encounter power. So once this fight's over, you can use it again.
Awesome.
And I'm afraid you are slowed until the end of Melik's next turn. Or somebody is? No, that's what it says at the top of the sheet. So.
Yeah, I think Melik and Acrid and the dragon.
And the dragon, right? Because there's an area of effects there.
That's right.
Yeah,
yes.
Shadows.
Because Acrid is Acrid, I decided that Acrid would be like, it's okay. I can be slow. I'll take one for the team. Because it seemed like a thing you would do.
Me already pretty slow already.
Long as I have me cookie.
I should probably
have me cookie. Maybe it's
Bahamut cookie.
No cookie. Cookies with a B.
Okay, now I'm recording. That's the other important thing to do.
Oh, audio recording.
Recording.
Yeah.
All right.
Recording my audio. That would have been bad.
Recording.
Ooh.
Maybe a little more.
He's watching those waveforms come out.
Ooh.
Waveform.
Wow. Oh, that is fun.
You do it.
I'm recording, by the way.
Oh, good. Don't stop.
So you know.
Recording.
Yeah.
Don't stop.
Keep doing that.
Recording.
Oh no.
Go on to that.
No.
Yeah. It's journey time.
Recording this podcast. Don't stop. Thinking about
tomorrow.
Dragon.
Whoa.
I think people like our singing bits the best.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
People?
Are those just only our parents that are answering to that?
I think people just don't care for us in general. So
I think you've got a lovely singing voice, dear. La 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 la.
Only one of our moms watches this live stream. I'll have you know.
Yeah, speaking of, have we tweeted out the...
And she seems like she's got too much on the ball to think
I tweeted it out.
I tweeted yesterday's.
Oh, I don't even have Twitter open here. That would help.
On the TPK account that we were going live at the top of the hour with the link. And it turns out we went live before that because my software made us go live. I don't know what happened. Yes, I can. Live now, but not playing D&D yet because we got to get Sarah here.
12. A lot of D&D is just saying numbers.
Were you practicing?
Yep.
18.
Part of my warm-ups. 3.
Critical 1.
This year's been kind of like a critical one.
Yes.
Yeah, someone rolled a 1 somewhere for sure.
Double
ironic
natural
considering that it's
20s.
2020.
Yeah, I know. You see, there was so many 20s, they figured they had to even it out.
Yeah, we got too greedy with the 20s and we wrapped around a 1.
Right.
There, I've notified my mom. I don't know if she's actually going to watch today or not.
Hey, Erica's mom.
But now she knows. She probably will. Like, what else is she doing these days? She's stuck at home just like everybody else.
Now Erica's not going to be giving me any naughty fingers because your mom's watching. I can be bad now. Don't have to be kept in line.
Yeah, I would totally do that in front of my mom. I'm pretty sure I've given my mom that finger.
Wow.
For comic effect.
Oh.
That is my favorite picture I have.
I don't even remember why I did that. I just remember laughing.
I don't know. I did something bad. That's usually the answer to most things. Georgia did something bad. Like, oh yeah, of course.
Yes. Well, if you've got listener questions, send them in while we're waiting for Sarah.
Listener questions. Is that listener questions?
If you've got listener questions, let him go. For God's sake. It's bad enough he's got to be locked in his own house.
Questions is a clown. A question-themed clown. He's like an off-brand Riddler.
You always ask the ones you love.
Again,
Questions.
no.
A clown.
A clown. Why are we all here?
People have been asking that for a while now. Because we can't leave.
Doctor, should I go see Pagliacci?
We can't go. Is my sound okay?
Yeah.
Do you guys hear the tapping? Okay, good.
Wait, what tapping?
Oh.
Yep.
I heard the tapping.
Okay, good. Okay.
It sounds like it's coming from my floorboards. Is that bad? Oh.
That might be
All
other
right.
tapping.
Here are the questions. Can I
very
give
dreadfully
inspiration
nervous,
to whoever's rolled a critical fail?
Why will they say you are?
Viewers can't give inspiration. That's my understanding.
I wish they could.
I forget what we've said in the Curse of Strahd adventure. We did give at least one listener inspiration.
You gave a listener inspiration, but the listener can't give players inspiration.
I think we said that player could, but they had to get it
listener?
from me.
That's
That
right.
listener.
It had to be DM approved.
Yeah, there's gotta be a paper trail.
Kate wants a recap. So in our last episode, we went into the
that's
final.
good for me too.
The final.
Yeah.
So we were in this puzzle of the 4 different rooms, and we got the keys from the other 3 rooms: the fire room and the potion room. And
Excuse me.
you want to give me the real names of them?
Yeah.
The hall of flames.
This is the hall of the chamber of 5 trials. There's a hall of fire. There's a chamber of blood, a sanctum of vials, and a den of ice.
Seems a little redundant to have a chamber in the chamber.
In the chamber, yeah, I know. It's boxes within
And then
boxes.
the 5th trial is what do you do with the things?
So the which we figured out mostly, but there's one key left in the and we stole the key, but it was guarded by an ice dragon, and so we're kicking the key down the corridor trying to get it, but we realize we need to fight this ice dragon before we go. So you're joining us, and again, the larger part of the story here is that we have gotten our pieces of information about Rutherford Umbrusk, but are still trying to get back to the surface, and that it requires us to solve this series of questions and clues and things that have led us to fight a dragon. So we fought the dragon. The dragon did a bunch of really good stuff on its turns. Then we fought back, and it missed, and we got some stuff that was good, and we've kind of like debuffed the dragon and have ongoing damage, and some of us haven't even taken damage from the dragon, which is great because we need to do more damage to the dragon.
That lowers the dragon's self-esteem.
I think that's it, though. I think that's it. Let's see. While we're waiting, any word yet, Tony?
I have not seen anything in my email or on Slack. I have
No? Let me
looked
message.
at all the channels.
Let me see if I can.
Oh, Flessa is not bloodied anymore, so I'm gonna take that. Or
Yeah, I
is
don't
that
know.
dot even on Flessa, or I can't even tell.
It's
I
the
think
weird
it's on
thing
the
where
dragon. We bloodied the dragon right before.
presumably
Okay,
no
good.
one has anywhere to go, but also time has no meaning.
Honestly,
So-
this hallway's kind of a mess. You should really get somebody to clean up in here, Tony. Look at all this crap.
The dungeon.
I'm going to send everyone my phone number just in case this ever happens with me. I don't know how to send it to everyone.
Like everyone on Twitter, don't do that.
No, no.
Don't read it out loud.
Everyone.
No.
This is a very dangerous game you're playing, Georgia, just so you know.
Tony, could you send me like an email with everyone, and then I can just pass my email, and then it's easiest to text me just because that pops up, but email does not pop up.
By the way, dear listeners, this may be our last session with playing 4th edition of D&D.
Maybe not. Maybe next to last. We'll see.
Depends how we do, is what you mean?
Yeah, it depends on a lot of things.
And then we're going
to
go
listening to the actual airing of these episodes in 2023. We'll probably be saying, Flory, what the hell was that?
Somebody did ask on Twitter, Jason, and I didn't reply because I didn't know the answer. When do these episodes air? So and I was like, oh.
Does anybody know that answer yet?
I don't think so.
Is it knowable?
After Curse of Strahd season that's currently running, if we finish this today, Tony, or maybe one more time, then this will probably come next. We'll see. But who knows? Nobody really knows.
I think we need at least one more TPK feed going. There's a lot of D&D being generated.
I'm so tired. Oh, you're saying to get it out, not to.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm also toying with the idea of editing those mini adventures and putting them out just like in the feed, like as an extra, instead of letting them queue up for weeks. Yeah, members
things, or you do whatever you want with those.
Yeah.
I'm sending Georgia an email. I keep losing track of how many of you there are.
We're right in front of you, Tony.
There's one of me.
And then there's one of me. All right. I think I did this. Yeah, I've lost track of time. I definitely fell asleep in the middle of the afternoon and then woke up and I was like, oh, I gotta get ready for Dungeons & Dragons. Everything's great.
It's that weird thing when you don't know what day it is.
Yeah, time has no meaning. There's just days where I get slightly less emails from work than other days. So.
Oh, found it. Okay.
Yeah, I completely forgot this was a long weekend for my day job until I was on the deputy minister was doing a weekly call and I was listening in and she said something about the long weekend and I was like, the what now? And I had to open up go into the employee calendar and open it up and be like, is this a long weekend? And sure enough, it is.
Wait, is the Friday or the Monday the holiday?
Both.
What?
Oh,
yeah, Good Friday and Easter Monday.
Oh, yeah, I don't think we
usually get those Monday.
Well, Monday in lieu of.
All right.
But I think on the calendar it may have just said.
Look, Monty, you don't understand Canadian.
I have reached.
I don't. I don't.
I have reached Sarah. and
sweet.
she is on her way now.
Hurrah!
Okay, is she okay?
She forgot.
Okay,
time has no meaning. So
that is the best possible answer right now. I'm just always worried that someone is sick or
this morning I got up and had one of those moments of like, what day is it? Is this just off to work on? Oh no, Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday.
I mean, I think I also kind of forgot, but then I remembered before I was late. It's really the only difference between me and Sarah.
I remembered. I had to remember because I actually had to get up, take a shower, put on some real clothes, and wash my hair and put on makeup. So
I don't know about the real clothes. Wait, I don't know if I'm that flexible. There we go.
Nice. I'm impressed. I have slipper socks on, but they're not that cute. So they're just red and they say girl power.
Oh, that's even better. That's great.
They were gifts from my girl gang.
Yeah.
I do a lot of meetings from home now, as we all do, and I do occasionally wear a tie for the ones where there's like lots of people and mucky mucks,
really?
Which feels so ridiculous. Cute. But also, mainly, it's just like I'm wearing a tie. Are they looking at my background? Do they see the Star Wars Legos? I don't know, but I'm wearing a tie.
They should be. You should be wearing like a nightie and a tie.
I work for a place that is, though it is higher education, it is about as corporate.
I have a request from Erica that if you roll a 20, I want you to yell out "girl power" and then show your sock.
My socks.
I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm not wearing socks.
I'm not sure how I would.
Tony, you can roll a 20. You can yell "girl power" too. You have permission.
Are you saying there's somebody out there who knows you and doesn't assume that you have Star Wars Legos in your house?
People at work don't know who I am. It's
really?
For the best.
Yeah, it's Batman.
That's the way to live, baby.
There's advantages and disadvantages, but my job is to tell people who are I was going to say much smarter, certainly more educated than I am, how to do their jobs, which is a delicate power balance. So,
especially after they see that clip where you just called them all dummies.
I didn't say dummies. I was going to say like,
well, they're smarter than they're more educated than I am.
Well, that is smart. I mean, certainly they are experts in a field that I know nothing about. They are all healthcare professionals. I frequently have to remind them I do not know how to take care of people. So I know about teaching and learning. You know how to like do all kinds of stuff. So
my experience has certainly been that the more educated somebody is, the less capable they are of actually doing it.
As someone who spent far too long in school, yes. So allow me to show you my degrees. Yes. The dangerous thing in academia is that there's lots of people with PhDs who think that they are very smart at many things, and then there are the people with PhDs who know that they're only really good at one thing and recognize that they're not good at like management and project management and all these computers, technology, and they get help for those things. But there's some people who are like, I have a PhD, I can do anything. It's like, no, you can do like four things, and you were really good at those, and we should hopefully, pay you appropriately for those things. But please keep your scope in mind.
See,
Stay in
Sarah.
your lane.
Hey.
Connecting to audio.
To audio.
Check. Yay!
Yay!
Your
It's all
cleric
good.
is back.
Hooray!
A wild Rizwin appears.
Yeah, because we're not going to make it through this without a cleric. Just saying.
It's sad,
Yeah, not with
it's
this
true.
dragon.
Okay, I gotta line up the little graphics for
I
everybody.
should probably change my name here.
Sure.
Although Castria does sound like it'd be a pretty cool D&D name.
It's a cool name.
Castria.
Now, maybe my next D&D character will be named Castria, so I will get free advertising on every TPK.
Perfect.
And we
Now
just make
recording.
we should just
Spellcaster.
make James Thompson's next character be called B-Calc. He'd love that.
I mean, he's throwing calculators at people now.
That's true.
Yeah. Yes, the answer is yes, Rizwin. Record when you have a chance. It's all
Yes.
good. We're getting settled. It's
We're all warmed up.
it's
Thank
all
goodness.
good.
All warmed up.
We did some vamping. I talked
It's
mean things
Edmonton.
about
I am not warm.
higher education. It's all good.
Phew. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
For
it
some
feels
reason,
like
I thought it
minus
was next
10 right now.
weekend.
It's all good. You know what? I'm probably running Dungeons and Dragons next weekend also. I just
Probably is next weekend.
We've all
my
lost
job is just to
track of
show up
time.
at my computer at 4:00. So yeah.
Well, conveniently, I have some semi-appropriate background, which is a bow and some
Nice.
leather. So
Nice.
Ooh, that's cool.
A what now?
a bow.
Like an
This-
archer.
This is my actual bow.
Are you the
That
Green
is
Arrow?
So cool.
Yeah.
No, I
Wearing
just
Laura
arch
wearing green.
occasionally. I am
Oh.
wearing green. But
If
I
you're the
am
Green
not an
Arrow and we
arrow.
ask, you have to tell us. It's the law.
Well, I'm not an arrow.
Oh, okay.
Fair.
No ring.
Well played, sir.
That seems
She
that's.
only showed us one hand.
Yeah.
Are you Batman, Noel? I'm not a bat. Okay.
Batman the Rules Lawyer. What a jerk.
All right, we are ready to go, I think.
All right, just checking. Everyone is in Roll20. Everyone is on Zoom because you're talking to me right now.
Uh-huh.
Everyone is recording.
Should we
Hope
all
so.
change our names to our character names on Zoom?
You may wish to change your name to your character name on Zoom, which you can do by clicking, I think, the little 3 dots on your... No?
Ha,
Where do you do it?
boom. Did
How
it.
do you- Sorry, how do we do that?
I got it, Georgia.
Oh,
Jason has the power because he's.
I did not know the host
Sweet.
could do that. All right.
Oh, cool.
Look
Can you
at that.
fix me then?
It's like magic.
Boom. Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Oh, that could be fun in business meetings.
Yeah.
He has the power.
Especially because it doesn't say who's doing it. And I don't know if everyone knows that that's a thing. So, all right.
So if he's
can only do it
really
if you're
angry
the
at us, he could change it to anything.
Tony, you have to look at your box.
Hey.
What the?
Who's
See, it was
responsible
just a
for this
joke.
Kyrie?
Oh,
no.
It's just a joke.
The only reactions I
Don't
can
kill
do are-
us.
Is
He
it?
knows
Don't kill
which
us.
jerk you
It
are.
was a joke.
Yeah. All
right.
right. So deduct 5 hit points from...
Thank you. Mhm.
Yeah.
From me,
All right, so
Jason Snell.
From you, Jason Snell.
I don't have that many hit points.
Well, Peter Dragonforge is fine. Maybe he can lend you some.
Okay.
Jason, are you telling
Do
me
you
that I
have
should
healing
start?
surgeon?
I should start?
You can start whenever you want. I think we're ready to go. Assuming
How many
everybody's
people are
recording.
watching?
Steve's cleaning the cat box.
Oh no, that's been done, and the cats have been back already.
All right.
Of course.
Well, then
We're
it's
all
not really
set.
clean, is it?
Cleaner than it was.
I guess. Jason, how many people are watching the live stream? That's what I always like to know. I want to know how many people am I looking foolish in front of.
At least 6.
Well, hey.
What?
Where is that? Oh, that number's here. 29, Tony.
What? That's too many.
That's a lot. Also, do we have the link somewhere?
Yes.
There
It
for
was
more
tweeted
live
out.
streamers?
I tweeted it out. It's also in the chat. In the Roll20 chat.
Oh, there it is.
And I tweeted out the Zoom link so Zoom bombers could swing by and
Oh,
show us
good.
their goods.
Jason did do that once.
I did
It
do
was
that
fun.
one time, yeah.
That was last time.
hilarious.
That was that this adventure? Okay, that was
I think-
one of my favorite things. So,
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Good
Yeah.
news, everybody. I just locked the meeting. No one else can join. Nobody's getting out of this room
Uh-oh.
all right.
until we kill a dragon.
I've been in meetings like that.
Oh gosh. Oh man, I'm having horrible flashbacks. So I'm going to tell the story. You can't do anything. We're locked in this room now.
Yeah.
There was a MIT Mystery Hunt puzzle where every team had to send 2 people.
Mute.
It was like 48 hours into the MIT Mystery Hunt, so people were real sleep deprived and punchy. And I went to this event, and there were like 100 tired, grumpy nerds, and they basically said, "You're all locked in this room now." And they made a big deal of slamming the doors to the conference room. You have to solve this puzzle. And the puzzle was basically you had to construct a key that had all these properties, and there were basically mundane items throughout the room that we had to like assemble together. And 2 nerds almost got into a fist fight about the definition of flammable versus inflammable.
Oh
and it
my
was
God.
the darkest moment of my life. That's not true. It was the
Well, we'll
darkest
see if we
moment
can top
of that weekend.
Second to
So,
this.
All right.
The
Welcome
telling
back
of the tale.
to Total Party Kill.
Recording.
I'm
Thanks.
Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. We are continuing the adventures of Dragonforge and Associates. Their very lengthy mega adventure has been to determine the whereabouts and or last remains of one Rutherford Umbrusk. They have gone down into Undermountain, the deep, dark dungeon below the city of Waterdeep, not once, not twice, but 3 times, searching for members of Rutherford's ill-fated party. And from those various people they've encountered, they have pieced together where he was last seen, where he disappeared to, and even the command word that he used to enter a portal to somewhere. Now our adventurers need only return to the surface to go back into Waterdeep another time in another adventure with their lives and with that information. But in this adventure, their way that they came in, they cannot go back. There was a massive cave-in, and so they find themselves journeying across Undermountain through some of the more treacherous, less explored reaches. They have left the territory of the lizard people, and they have entered an area of Undermountain known as the 5 Trials. The 5 Trials are the Hall of Fire, the Chamber of Blood, the Sanctum of Vials, and the Den of Ice. And they do combat now with
4 trials.
Well, the 5th trial is then like it's like a meta trial.
It's the friends we met along the way.
Yes.
Those jerks.
Yes. Each chamber posed a different kind of challenge, a different kind of threat, and a different kind of key. When those 4 keys are used, they hope that they can solve the 5th trial and escape to the surface. But standing between them and freedom, between them and victory, is one ornery small white dragon that has been severely injured by all of you. And now, we've already rolled initiative. It's already that dragon's turn. You love it,
Uh-oh.
right?
No.
Any questions?
Who
What's
are
the
we?
dragon's name?
Who are we is a good question.
Yeah,
Who are we? Who are any of us?
Can we still
We
do
will
that? I don't
introduce
even
ourselves in
remember.
initiative order.
I just went from introducing myself right into giving a grandiose introduction to things. Let us introduce our characters in initiative order. First up, the small white dragon. His name is Icy, but you don't know that yet because you didn't bother to ask because you're jerks.
I did ask just now.
Is he Coke flavored? I like the Coke flavored.
Next up, it's Monty Ashley. Monty, welcome to your doom.
Oh, hey, thanks. I'm playing Melik, the tiefling wizard, and I'm doomed.
Also joining us, the intrepid Erica Ensign. Erica Ensign, welcome to the last fight Flessa will ever do, unless there's another one after this.
Yeah, I am playing Flessa, the small, flippy, currently unhappy human rogue.
Also joining
under
us.
a dragon.
Under a dragon. Also here, the namesake of the adventure. Well, I mean, okay, no, he plays the namesake of the adventure. Jason Snell and Associates plays Dragonforge and Associates.
Hi.
Jason Snell, welcome to Total Party Kill.
Yes, Peter Dragonforge loves Bahamut. He's a paladin. He almost got, well, he did actually get eaten by a monster earlier, but he's better now.
You didn't get digested.
That's right, but he was definitely eaten by a monster.
Yeah.
And then delivered from the monster via cesarean section, because famously Julius Caesar was also removed from the stomach of a dragon or beast of some sort.
Yeah, no dragonborn born of woman can kill him. All right, also joining us, Georgia Dow. Hi, Georgia.
Hello, I am Acrid. I'm a female dragon-born warlord, and my god is Bahami, and he's good enough for me.
Excellent. It's good to have you back, Georgia.
Thank you.
Also joining us, it's Sarah Barber. Sarah, welcome.
Oh, hey. I'm only mildly late. I am playing Rizwin, the Dwarven Cleric.
And last but not least, I think if I read my list of people correctly, it is Steve Lutz.
Yes, here I am, and I'm playing Alestrin Quiverbottom, an elven ranger who has a tragic backstory and a complicated inner life. But you don't need to know that. All you need to know is he shoots arrows at stuff.
Indeed. All right. Icy the Ice Dragon is next. He was bloodied on his last turn by one Alestrin Quiverbottom. First up, he takes 5 damage because he is in a metaphorical, I don't know, is it a literal bear trap, Alestrin? He's at least suffering the effects of your bear trap attack.
It's a virtual bear trap, I believe.
All right. Let me remind myself of how the Ice Dragon is going to murder you.
Well, it's not by moving more than 2 squares, because he is also slowed by my metaphorical bear trap.
Well, the first thing that the Ice Dragon is going to do as a free action is going to breathe ice on all of you. Well, when I say all of you, I have to decide. It has to be on a close.
Can it breathe
5.
Ice in its own square? Like, because that's where I am. Does it get itself?
I'm going to say that it basically, like, it rears up and it just there's just like a funnel of ice being sprayed. Where is Alestrin on this map?
I'm way over on the other side of the room.
All right.
Yep.
Well,
far away.
As far as you can be.
You know, basically the bear trap has dizzied him, and would love to go bound over there and eat Alestrin, but given that is not an option, he kind of turns and looks at the 4 other adventurers kind of clustered around his feet, opens wide his jaw, and sprays a blast of cold fire in your direction. So I will roll for this. This is going to be versus Reflex. So Acrid, 24 versus Reflex. Rizwin, 9 versus Reflex. Peter, 25 versus Reflex. And Flessa, 20 versus Reflex.
We don't have any current bonuses to our Reflex, do we?
That would be unusual.
Mine is 20, which means it hits.
Hits Peter too.
Mine is 12, so somehow I managed to avoid it.
Either one that doesn't
well, you avoid some of it. So if you got hit, you are going to take 17 cold damage and are slowed.
Oh.
If you were missed, you're going to take half of 17 damage and you're not slowed. Half of 17 damage shouldn't be that hard for me to figure out in my head. And yet, sounds like it's 8. 8.
It's 8.
Thank you, friends. It's been a something.
Back to bloodied.
All right, so Flessa got bloodied. Acrid, how are you?
I'm at 25. I'm okay.
Okay. Peter?
Not bloodied.
Not bloodied. And Rizwin, presumably not bloodied because you didn't take as much.
Not bloodied.
Right. So the dragon has done that. The next up, the dragon is going to do some claw attacks. Who is the dragon? Who has angered the dragon? The answer is Alestrin, but he's so far away.
I'm so far away. You should try running to me.
Far away from me.
Which of you 4?
Come at me, bro.
is he concerned about? I think, you know what, that rogue has delivered a lot of dagger attacks. So I don't actually. I guess I should check. Peter or Akrid, do either of you have any kind of mark on the dragon right now?
Akrid does not.
I had marked the dragon.
Okay, so the
but
dragon
that was. I think that was the previous turn. I'm not sure I marked the dragon this time.
Yeah, it was. There was a whole debate about he had 3 attacks and whether all 3 of those could be.
But I think that was the previous turn. I don't think he's marked right now because I think I missed on my last. I don't know, or he could be.
Let's say yes.
What do you want, Tony?
I think yes.
Say yes. Sure.
Yep.
Sounds like something Peter would do.
All right. So the dragon is going to try and claw you, Peter. It's going to do 2 claw attacks on you.
It's my job.
Well, I rolled a critical and a what is this number?
Girl power.
6. And a 20 versus AC.
Okay. Well, the critical hits. The other one does not.
All right. You will take 20 claw damage.
Whoa!
Whoa! What?
Well, now I'm really
needs their claws clipped.
Really bloodied.
The white dragon just rakes his horrible claws. Each claw is like a long sword across your chest, Peter. And you are there's probably some decent amount of Peter oozing out through several holes in your torso.
Oh, yeah.
That would have put Flessa down.
Yeah. All right. Well, good job. Flessa did not get murdered by a dragon. That was your job, Peter Dragonforge.
Yes.
So,
Tony, how much is a decent amount of Peter?
I don't know, Peter. That's up to Peter.
Waist up.
Yeah. So let me just check. I have done. I've clawed attack twice. I've breath furied. Yeah, I think that's it for the dragon. Does the dragon get to save versus bear?
A save ends both.
Save ends that, and I think dragons have a big bonus to saving throws. They do.
That figures, you cheater.
Yes, he saves.
All right. Well, he's not trapped any longer.
All right, he is no longer taking 5 ongoing damage.
Which means I have to run to even farther away from him.
Indeed. Melik, the enigmatic wizard of ice. So you're not immediately adjacent to the dragon like many of your friends. You've still got your mage hand hanging out nearby, holding that kind of ice key that burns with fiery iceness.
Right.
If you're experiencing fiery iceness.
Well, here's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move back.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
You retreat into the chamber with the many dwarven runes etched into the floor, some of them glowing with the presence of the 3 keys you have already recovered from the other rooms of trials.
Yes. Let me just check the rules on Mage Hand. Oh, I would have to do that as my move as well. All right, that's fine. I will cast Magic Missile and deal 8 damage to the dragon.
The dragon scoffs as 8 damage hits its hide. Ah. That's a dragon scoffing.
That's my... I will also shut out... I believe if we might be able to all just elevate her out of here if we're very lucky and everybody retreats back here. Good luck.
You shout that?
Yeah.
All right.
That is the end of my turn.
There is unfortunately a dragon in between me and the elevator.
Yeah, Rizwin lets you know about the dragon. Malik, I don't know if you saw this, but there's a dragon like right here.
Hey, does the dragon have
back
2
here
turns?
with me?
The dragon does have 2 turns. The dragon basically has a rampage turn on initiative count 14, and then its full, much more devastating turn on initiative count 4. So, and I will tell you, you have somewhat nerfed its ramp, or actually no, because it saved against the slow. So
it did, yeah.
You had temporarily impeded the damage of its rampage by slowing it.
If anybody else has any means to slow this dude, that would be a good time.
Flessa, you were basically like under the dragon's chin.
Mm-hmm. I feel like from under the dragon's chin is a good place to strike at it. Do I have... Like, I'm not technically flanking, I guess.
I would say you are. We're getting a little fast and loose with the rules because it's a weird, narrow hallway that's filled with a dragon. But I'm going to say that you are.
All right. And I'm going to try a dazing strike since I happen to be in melee range. Doesn't happen that often. So let's see if that works. Ugh. That is a 20 versus AC.
20 versus AC hits.
Oh, good. Yay.
So that dragon is like breathing cold fire back and forth and clawing at Peter, and you just like stab it right under the jaw.
Yep. So it is taking 7 points of regular dazing strike damage plus plus 7 more points of sneak attack damage, and it is dazed until the end of my next turn.
Nice.
All right. Can you
Love it.
remind me and our listeners what dazing does? It's bad.
That means the dragon only gets one single action on its turn. I think since it has 2 turns, it will still get 2 actions in the round.
Yeah.
But each one of the it can't claw, and attack with its breath weapon. So.
And I bet dazed grants combat advantage.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So that's combat advantage for all. Hooray.
Yeah. And how long is it dazed till save or till
the end of my next turn? So.
All right.
Good.
And I am going to use the daily power on my serpent skin leather armor. Serpent versus serpent here, which allows me to shift 3 squares that can also move me through enemies' spaces, so I can get out of where I am.
Erica, where did you get that serpent scale armor?
I got it at Snick and Snack.
Adventure Outfit.
Yep.
Snick and Snack.
It was pretty.
Why? Only members could listen to that adventure where we tried to turn you guys shopping for equipment in between episodes into a podcast.
And tried to turn our members against us completely.
Yeah.
You guys went shopping without me? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
1, 2, and 3. So I shift.
All right. Your oily armor sneaks you?
I slither away.
Yeah, I mean, snakes just, before the snake people start emailing me. Oh, God, the snake people. I know snakes are not greasy.
Just a bunch of S's here in this email.
Yeah. But yes, your armor allows you to slide away snake-like.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that is it for me.
All right, Peter. There is a dazed dragon above on top of you, basically.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
can I not be done? Because I just realized I have an action point.
Do it.
And I don't have any note that I can't use it, so I'm gonna hope that I haven't already action pointed this battle because I don't remember. And I'm just gonna sly flourish at it from this end of the hallway.
Okay.
That's exactly what I rolled last time, so I hope it still
exactly hits. Yeah.
It would be very.
Does
very
anything happen when you spend an action point? I know some people have things action pointing now.
Yes, I get some hit points from being. I think I just have to be within sight distance of Acrid. I think that's correct. I'm not sure. Georgia, maybe you can correct me on that.
Yeah, you have to be able to see me.
Can I see her past the dragon? That's the question. Okay.
You can see at least an elbow.
I can't. Sadly, I can't do sneak attack damage again. I think because I
believe you cannot.
Did it once this turn. So that's a mere 9 points of damage.
All right, that's
and
good.
Plus 3 for the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Peter. This dragon. It's bloody. It's angry. It's on top of you. What will you do about it?
I'm going to clear out all of my powers that remain. Is what I'm going to do.
That's you don't want to die with unspent powers.
All right. It is a 22 versus AC.
Yeah, that hits.
This is the Majestic Halo on a blessed weapon with the Battle Crazed Longsword while I am bloodied.
All right, I feel like probably you yelled something very triumphant as you are battle crazed and your sword is glowing and everything. And you're under a dragon that is being forged by you.
And I say, Bahamut is a great dragon. You are not.
Oh, burn.
Trash talk.
Nice.
All right. Oh, no. I've lost all the dice. Let's do this. You roll. I don't know how to roll so many. I'm going to roll them one at a time.
Okay. It helps to have a box for that.
Yeah.
A box.
But then how do you roll?
You just kind of drop them. You throw them.
All right.
Get a little tray.
So he gets 5, 10, 16, 20, 23, 24 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
And is subject to my divine sanction. And that's it.
And
And I have an action point.
And can you remind me what subject to his divine sanction means? Means he has to attack you.
He has to
or
attack
takes a
me or
penalty?
take damage. Takes 7
All right.
damage.
He probably doesn't want to do that. The dragon is not looking great.
You gain +3 as well.
Yeah, when you spend an action point, you get 3 hit points from Acrid.
Oh, I could use those. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Then I'll die slightly slower when he hits me the next time. Okay, and now it's gonna be. Let's use this encounter power. The Righteous Smite is now happening.
Righteous.
That's a crit.
Yes.
All right.
So what is the 4th edition crit rule?
Max damage, and then your sword probably does something on a crit. You may have already used there may be something on your sword because you have previously rolled a crit today. Not today's session, but today in game time. So your sword may do something special on a crit.
Yes, it does, which is an extra d6.
So what was the maximum damage that attack could have done?
21.
All right, and then add a d6 to that.
26.
Wow. The
Yay.
dragon is hanging on by a thread.
Oh boy.
But now that thread gets to rampage. Dun dun dun.
No good.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Is it's done being slowed? Is that
Mhm.
correct?
Yeah, it is done being
Saved.
slowed.
But still
All right.
being dazed.
Still dazed.
Still dazed.
Still
Yep.
dazed.
Remember what I did for you all as it kills
Peter
me now.
Dragonforge. All right. So,
We'll speak kindly of you as we recline in your parents' rumpus room.
yeah.
No, it's fine. We're certain we just lost him. He'll come back someday. More root beer, please.
Can someone remind me the text of days with regard to free actions?
These cheese and crackers are great, Mrs. D.
I liked Mrs. D a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, Dazed isn't in the index.
Really?
What are you asking about? Dazed is right on the back of this one.
How does it feel about free actions?
It can take only one action, either a standard, a move, or a minor on its turn. It can still take free actions, but it can take immediate or opportunity actions.
So that answers my question. The dragon is going to do its horrible rampage as its only thing. It looks around. It's kind of disoriented. It sees Fless over there. It sees Melik and Alestrin even farther around. And it's going to kind of rampage through Acrid, Rizwin, and Peter.
Oh boy.
It does provoke opportunity attacks as it goes.
Oh, great.
But it gets to use a claw attack on each of you. And it potentially knocks you down.
And that's a free action?
Yeah. The
Pretty
basically
liberal
the
definition of free.
The rampage is the action.
18 versus AC on my.
Let me roll my
Oh,
attacks first, and then you'll roll yours.
Sure.
So,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I thought opportunity attacks were like immediate before.
all right, fine. Peter, roll. You're right. They are. Peter, you rolled an 18.
18.
18 hits. Roll damage.
6.
All right. The dragon does not like that. Rizwin, the dragon rampages past you. Roll an opportunity attack.
Remind me the rules for opportunity attacks. It's just
Gotta
like
be
a
a
normal.
basic. Yeah, it's gotta be
Melee
one of your
basic
I
attack.
can actually use Cylinder's Hammer as a melee basic.
Do it
Do
because
it.
that will nerf some of its damage.
Oh, and I'm bloodied.
Oh,
Oh.
2 more.
all right. Noting.
14 versus AC.
The dragon sweeps past Cylinder's hammer without taking a blow. Acrid, melee basic.
Hey, if it's got 2 turns,
27.
does it take 5 ongoing damage on each of its turns?
No, it's
all
saved.
right.
It saved, so
Okay.
I don't know if it would have or not.
I'm glad we don't have
So
to determine
27 hits, Acrid, roll damage.
14.
Oh god, the dragon is barely holding together. He looks like a mess. And the dragon slices at all of you with his horrible claws. Acrid, that is a 22 versus AC. Peter, that is a 26 versus AC.
Bye, everybody.
Oh no.
Rizwin, That is a 17 versus AC.
That does not hit.
Akron, did
We're
you
going
get
to
hit?
need a cleric here
Charmed life.
shortly.
Akron, did you get hit?
Does anyone give? I have a 21 AC. Is there any bonus that I don't know of?
I don't
I don't
think so.
there was.
Yep.
Akron, you are going to take 15 damage. Peter, you are
Bloody.
going to take 12 plus 4 is 16 damage.
Peter's down.
Oh,
All
Ooh,
right.
I have a special power that actually causes psychic damage. Death Surge.
That's right,
What?
and that
Oh,
works. That works.
Does
for
Death
when our
Surge
people
work
go
on
down.
an ally? He didn't die.
Yes, it
He's
doesn't
on
matter.
top.
As soon as somebody drops to 0,
Yeah.
then it causes this.
Do it.
So Peter might actually take the dragon down simply by
Oh,
going
whoa.
unconscious.
By
You're
dying.
saying Rizwin doesn't get the credit for using the Death Surge power?
I feel like after
Okay.
all the work Peter did, it's still fair.
The noble
Yeah.
sacrifice
Shared.
of our paladin. I think that's
So dragons probably have high fortitude, right?
Probably.
12. My rolls have not been good.
Yeah, 12 will not hit the fortitude full. It's you know, I mean,
I figured that was the
more than
case,
that. Yeah,
but I tried.
you tried.
Mhm.
Sorry.
All right. Akrid, you stand
Ooh.
next to. Did I miss something? Rizwin?
Yes, sorry. The other effect is every ally in the burst gains +2 power bonus to attack rolls until the end of my next turn, and
All
everybody
right.
also gets 5 temporary hit points if you're within burst 3 of the dragon.
sweet.
So
the
Does
dragon
that does that wake
knows.
me up, Tony? Did I fall down and then bounce?
I think he's up.
no,
Oh,
temporary hit points don't get you back up.
okay.
Did they
So
stabilize
Akrid,
me?
you have temporary hit points. You are feeling great. Nope, Peter, you are unfortunately still
Sorry,
bleeding out.
I think it's burst 3 of Peter.
Oh, of Peter. So maybe Flessa is in that too.
I think Flessa might be in that too.
If it's of Peter, then I'd say yeah.
Yeah.
So Flessa, you get some
Yay.
temp HP.
I'll take it happily.
All right.
What do I get when I'm bloodied? 1 second.
So you get, I don't know, some people get
+1. Okay, to attack. Sorry, I'm just going to add that one. So I have +3. Okay, so Peter is down. I'm the only one that is in range. And Riswin. Okay, I'm going to keep this one then.
meaner. All right.
Okay, I'm going to, I don't have any encounter powers, true?
You should have all of your encounter powers except for devastating offensive. That's the only one. Oh, and inspiring word. I used both of those. But you still have your dragon breath.
Okay, so I'm going to use Warlord's Favor.
Mm-hmm.
All allies within 5 squares gain +2 bonus to attack
Mm-hmm.
until the end of my next turn. And I get
Does that stack with Death Surge?
It's a power
Combat
bonus.
advantage as well.
I don't know.
I think it stacks with combat advantage because that's not a power bonus, is it?
Yeah, I think it might not stack with Death Surge. They might end at different times then, but
Okay, I'm going to attack Bahama Mama. Oh,
Was that a good O?
Akrid leaps into the air with your mighty sword,
Ah,
and
I
then
rolled
says,
a 2,
"Oh."
which makes it a 14. But it's still a
And you know,
2.
it's hard. You got, you jumped off of
It's
your
hard.
like your right foot when you meant to jump off. You meant to push off of your left foot, and it's like, you just land triumphantly nearby, but you didn't hit the dragon.
You could still breathe on it as
I'm
like
gonna breathe on it. It's something. It's something.
So you're in your
That
like
does not-
heroic 3-point landing.
I know.
You turn
I know.
and look over your shoulder.
I look over and see if everyone noticed that I tripped. Is really what I did. is I went
It's
like-
up to the players. They may have to roll perception checks.
I saw it.
Alessian, you're
I'm
like
literally
4
staring.
rooms
the
away.
furthest away. He's got eagle eyes.
Yeah, he's
I'm an elf. It's all
the
good.
elf eyes.
I use my dragon breath.
all right. You turn over your shoulder and spray acid on the white dragon.
Please.
Roll the attack for that.
And that doesn't get any attack bonuses, right? I know.
Combat advantage.
It does have
Power
to-
bonus?
I think it's an attack, so I think it gets the
Yep.
bonuses.
Mhm.
Oh, does it?
So
Yeah, I
Okay,
think you
awesome.
have +4 to whatever your normal thing would be.
Sweet. 5 + 7, we have 12.
Not quite enough. There's
Oh,
acid
bloody hell.
coating, sizzling on the ice dragon, but he looks unperturbed by it. Akrid, anything else?
I don't have any action points.
I don't know. Erica, do you know if Akrid used action points?
You actually have 2 action points. You can only use one in a battle, but you might as well use one now.
Yeah,
I will
this
use
is a
it
good time
now.
to use one.
I will use it now. I'm going to try to do Warlord's Favor again.
All right, you have leapt and not
you-
hit a dragon. You have sprayed
Sorry, Rick.
acid in its general direction, and this time you leap and do Warlord's Favor
Can you
again. I don't.
reuse an encounter power once you've failed at it? Or because that's an encounter power, not an at will.
If it's an encounter power, you have unfortunately used the encounter power.
Okay. Then I will do Commander Strike. I'll just do a strike. It doesn't.
All right.
I'll still leap in the air though.
Yeah.
Just to make me feel better.
I mean,
Style
dragons
points.
are tall, so
Yeah, it gets you up closer.
yeah. If you want to hit it in the face, you gotta get up off the ground.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lay there prone though. I just tripped.
Okay.
I just went.
All right. There's been a lot of hopping and
Ow.
not a lot of hitting.
Bahami betrayed me.
Rizwin, you are feeling. Do you have the effects of Death Surge?
Yes, I do have the
Yeah.
effects of Death Surge.
You feel
Um,
emboldened by Peter lying on the ground, bleeding out.
And I really wish that I still had some healing words left, but I have used both of them, I believe, this battle, according to my markings.
You could still stabilize him.
I could stabilize him. Is that a minor action?
I think stabilizing is a standard action, so you have to do
Okay.
that. And the question is,
Get
as
the
you
dragon.
stand next to the dragon,
Yeah, I
do
think
you
hit
fight the
I
dragon?
got 3
or
death
do you
saves to
save
roll.
Peter?
We don't want
Okay,
this dude
cool.
to get another
Peter's
turn.
dying words are, "Get the dragon."
I ain't
All right,
got time to
avenge me.
bleed.
Avenge me.
But you mean your shield or your backpack or what? Which?
Yeah. Well, since he's right
Get
here,
the
Solomon's
Dragonforge
hammer!
name. All
Money's
right.
Get
buried
myself
under
a-
a big W.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Hold on. I get +4, right?
Yes.
15
Yeah.
versus AC.
I think that you have not. No one has rolled a 17. 17 is the armor class of
Yes.
Nice.
Icy the White Dragon. And so you wind up with Solonir's hammer and you hit him in the face. Please roll
Yes.
damage.
Damage. 15 damage in your
The
face.
dragon's head like turns a right angle on the top of its neck. Its eyes go blank, and the huge
Whew.
lumbering form of the ice dragon slumps to the ground with a rather large thunk.
I immediately stabilize Peter.
You have defeated a white dragon. Peter is only slightly dead, which is to say unconscious, and you immediately turn and stabilize him successfully. You have slain a dragon in this game.
Those guys aren't so
Oh.
tough.
Dungeons and
Overhyped.
Dragons.
In a dungeon, we killed a
Peter-
dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're done.
Peter,
We won.
you-
We did it.
You
But it's
keep getting
Dungeons and
forged by
Dragons. So here comes another one.
Oh no. Well, now you can say you've really been forged by a dragon. Peter.
Yes. And as the dragon dies, the ice key you claimed from the rope around its neck or chain, I don't know, the thing around its neck, suddenly kind of changes back into just like a normal shiny blue looking key. And you decide that this might be a good time to take a long rest.
Yes.
For you have
Right.
defeated all of the trials here in the Chamber of Trials. You have the keys. You think you know how to arrange them such that you can create an ancient magic elevator to return closer to the surface. Yeah. Also, why not be level 5? That seems like a good idea, right?
Oh, okay.
Woo.
Ooh.
Hey, before we long rest here, I would like, while I've got plenty of health, I would like to investigate some of these statues or frozen people or whatever in the dragon room that we were afraid to check out before.
Yeah, bring
Okay.
Murray with you
If
because
one of-
he knows
yeah.
some of them. He might
If
know
one
where
of
they
them
kept
comes
their
alive
valuables.
and attacks you, I am not going to help
I am.
because I am out of healing surges and I
So-
only have 11 hit points.
That wouldn't happen.
Yeah, and I will say I don't know if somebody wants to. If you're trying to wake up Peter, he's not going to wake up because he has no healing surges left. I don't know if you want to look for a potion or something that might actually get Peter on his feet, but otherwise he's just going to sleep now.
He's just going to sleep 8
It's
hours.
just- yeah, he'll wake up in 8 hours feeling much better.
So we only get back half of our...
Nope, you get
we
everything
Oh,
back.
that's right. 4th edition.
4th edition.
Woo!
Everybody, it's really important that we learn how to play 4th edition before we never play it again.
There's a whole room of potions. One of them might be a healing potion. You
Yeah.
can start
We have
pouring them
5
into Peter's
random.
mouth.
Yeah, 5
Well,
random
Peter's not going to
potions.
stop you. He's out.
Let's
I
not
found a
use
bunch
the
of potions in
snake,
there
the
previously.
buzzing one, or the black one.
No, give him the buzzing one just for fun. That might wake him up.
Not the bees.
Bees are good for you. Open up.
There was a point at which we checked out several potions, and I think almost everybody got one. You
They're
might wanna
full of
check your
vitamin
character
B.
sheet and see if we actually have a healing potion of some sort.
I'm pretty sure nobody would have given that to Flessa.
I don't think I took a potion.
Yeah.
There's one that sparkles that you might have wanted.
I took some pretty stones, you guys. That's what Flessa has. She has some polished stones.
All right. Well, I'm still going to investigate these people, and I will close the double doors behind me because
Double doors.
Yeah, that's right.
Peter is snoring.
I'm going with the Lestrin, and I'm bringing Murray.
There we go.
I'm making sure Peter doesn't die and just hanging out because that was a lot.
I hope you appreciated that I closed the doors on the map for you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It sets the stage.
Yeah.
What are they doing in there?
Yeah, so I don't know. Well, the rest of you are recovering from battle. Melik and Alestian, who are relatively unscathed because they're team players.
Excuse me. I would like to remind you of the fight at the end of the last episode where I was
watched the
attacked by a
recording of
dragon
it.
12 times.
It was great. That was a real high moment for me. Almost murdered a wizard.
I'm fine.
So there do appear to be several, as described before, adventures and monsters encased in blocks of ice. Some of them, it's kind of just like a sheen of ice on them. Some of them, it's more like they're frozen in the middle of an ice cube. The room itself does seem to be kind of magically cold, which is probably part of, I don't know, maybe that's to keep the dragon in there or keep the dragon happy. Unclear who builds these horrible places. So it seems like potentially you could get some gear off of some of these adventurers, but it would take a lot of work chipping away at the ice, and you're not sure if they would be dead, unconscious, or interested in killing you when you did so.
All right.
I can warm up to 1 pound of non-living material for up to 1 hour.
So we could just take the stuff that's treat looking.
So like you're great at making like a hot roast beef sandwich.
The rules on prestidigitation on 4th edition are very tough. There's a special rule that says it can't do anything useful.
Okay. Oh. How did that get through the?
That's evil.
Here's the wording. Special. Nothing you create with this cantrip can deal damage, serve as a weapon or tool, or hinder another creature's actions. This cantrip cannot duplicate the effect of any other power.
Why is it?
A thaw sounds like a very weak. It's not really a benefit thawing something.
Also, why is it that my thoughts immediately went to sandwich making?
Yeah.
I mean, you could be thawing like,
on brand
meat
for
out
us.
of your freezer.
It is.
That's useful.
Let's take a long rest and then let's see if I have the power to melt things.
Okay.
Hey, do you want to ask Murray if he knew any of these chumps?
Oh yeah, Murray.
Who are these guys?
Oh, guys, I don't remember the name of Murray's friends. This is not good. I'm going to break continuity.
Oh no.
Well,
The illusion.
was-
It is ruined.
Erica will edit in the name of me saying, "Oh, that's my friend
Bobby."
Yeah.
That's a weird
Seamless.
name.
No, I don't recognize any of these. Maybe my friends didn't make it this far, or maybe they escaped without having to deal with this whole ice dragon. What does Murray sound like?
Like Murray.
Like you.
You.
Oh, ouch! Burn.
Kind of like this is my guess.
All right. Hey,
That's not what he sounded like.
show me this guy.
He
No.
was just a guy. He was just a
He's
guy. He
just
was like,
a guy?
hey.
Hey.
I thought he sounded like a cowboy.
Wait, guys,
Giddy
this
up,
is our chance
partners.
to just
I
pimp
thought-
Tony into something ridiculous. I think he sounded like an alien John Wayne, but all of his dialogue was kind of melodic.
And he couldn't pronounce the letter K.
I thought he was more of a dandy English fop with a tongue piercing.
And you can
I
always
do
tell
not. I do
there's a
not
little
recognize
sadness.
any of these adventurers.
Oh, well.
Governor.
Are any of the adventurers really small?
Yeah, there's one dwarven. He looks like he might be a rogue.
Are they frozen to the ground, or can we pick them up and take them with us?
Take him with us.
We could
They're
at least
pretty-
put him on the elevator and watch him
You
go
could
up and down.
try.
You could maybe there's a like an unthawing potion or something.
Yeah, let's give it a try.
I mean, their mouths are not open, so it's hard to deliver a potion to them.
Topically.
I mean, if he's just a big ice
Massage
cube, he should
it.
be easy to push.
All right. Do you want to try and push the dwarven rogue that you found?
Absolutely.
Give me a strength check, Malik.
Hope he doesn't
Oh.
shatter.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Well, he's dead anyway. Who cares?
How do you know he's dead?
Yeah, we
Murray.
don't know.
You know, if he does shatter, the pieces will be smaller and easier to push.
We could thaw those.
A total of 4.
Yes. You really put your
Solid.
back into it, Malik, and it's hard. You just like slip past it. Malik, you trip on the ground and take 2 points of embarrassment damage.
Fortunately, this is before the long rest, right? So that'll be
No,
fine.
this is after the long rest.
Oh, then I should be a higher level.
Okay.
So are we switching from like 4th edition to 5th edition in this long rest?
No.
Not in this long rest, no.
Also,
Okay.
at the end of an extended rest, the character regains any lost hit points and any spent healing surges.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we're only switching from level 4 to level 5, not 4th
Cool.
edition to 5th edition.
Cool.
It's
'Cause I remember us talking about that.
It's a
will do
prelude
that
to our
at some
switching
point.
editions,
Yeah.
but not yet.
Soon, maybe. I don't know. Time is relative.
Also, you lose any unspent action points, but start fresh with 1 action point. So
I get a action point. Yay.
That sounds
All
good.
right. So Malik has tried to pick up a dwarf and failed.
it's not his type.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Oh.
should we engage the puzzle keys?
Yeah.
I have a note that I wish I would have read while we were still in the battle.
Mm.
That I left for myself last time that says use sneak attack on other people's turns. I think we determined in 4th edition I should be using sneak attack every time I attack.
I think so, because it's once per turn,
I'm
not
gonna
per
miss that.
round.
Right.
All right. So
We still have
no
one.
one else wants to help Malik lift a frozen dwarf?
Nope.
So it looks
Nah,
like
I'm good.
Flessa basically
I
just
don't like
found a
dwarves,
corner,
so-
curled up like a cat, and just went immediately to sleep. So she's not helping
right.
anybody do anything.
I didn't even get up. I was already on the floor. I just stayed there.
you
and fell
just
asleep.
yeah.
That dwarf is too
I
cold.
planned it.
Yeah. I mean, you have one dwarf. Do you need 2 dwarves? No.
Maybe.
Oh.
The
No.
last dwarf seems to be
Yeah, this one's-
injured right now.
This one's frozen, so
Hey.
he'll keep for a while.
I'm keeping just fine.
So, do you want to reconvene in the room with the dwarven symbols carved into the ground?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. You have
slither over
previously
there.
placed 3 of the 4 keys. Allow me to read aloud the letters carved into the ground. Malik, I had to move your token so I could see them. The dwarven symbols carved into the ground read Defurka or NFTC WLHZ IJKR VQMB.
WLHZ, Minneapolis.
Nice.
VQMB Waterdeep.
Sorry, technically, I think there would be St. Paul. Minneapolis would be KLHC.
Okay.
So LIF currently have keys. I think we put the last key on T and it will lift the elevator.
Okay, should we get on it first?
I think so.
Yep. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Are you bringing Murray?
Yes.
Clearly.
Alestra, get down here.
Well,
Somebody
don't
left
ask him.
Somebody left him back in the chamber of ice. So,
No, we got to bring Murray with us. He's our buddy, and maybe we can find a way to restore him, or he can have other interesting adventures with us.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
He's like our mascot.
all
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
So you place the final key on the final letter, spelling out what you believe the answer to this 5th and final trial to be, which is lift.
I was thinking it was flit, but that makes more sense.
We are kind of flitting away. On
Yeah.
Quick, Henry.
The lights, the
Keys
light
on
on the final sigil.
letters. Everyone loves keys on letters because letters are everyone's friends and keys are everyone's friends, and that's why we love letters. Sorry, that's my letter song for this.
Is this
Yes.
another Oasis reference I don't get?
No, that's a
I
Flophouse
don't
reference.
get it. Oh, okay.
It's a letter
So
song.
I didn't say letters from listeners, Jason. These are letters.
Letters
letters for
from the
keys.
floor.
Yeah.
The floor
so
like you have.
placing the final key onto that T The tea also glows a pleasing kind of green glow, and then all of the symbols start to glow green, and there is the sound of stone grinding on stone as the entire chamber starts to lift up the shaft above it, raising you closer and closer to the surface.
It actually is a lift.
We did it. Great job.
We did it.
Nice.
Great job. I'm going to take you to the next map.
A new map.
Freaky.
The map.
That's a little map.
It's a little map.
Ah,
Oops.
Oh, the
Sorry.
map's
You're a
gone.
little map.
Oh, now I'm gone.
You may need to arrange yourselves where you were before.
I
But
don't
you
know
are
where I was.
on. It's okay. You're on the. You're
I was
gonna
on
be
the bottom
somewhere
left
on,
where Riz
on the
is right
elevator.
now.
Yes.
so are we
I
5th
can
edition
move.
now? Should we switch to that character sheet?
Fifth
Or are we-
level.
sorry, are we 5th level now?
Fifth
Yes.
level.
Okay.
Please, if it is within your abilities, bust out your 5th.
Is it
level
okay if I
character sheet.
run upstairs because I printed it?
Yeah, do that.
Okay, I'll be back.
All right.
Guys, I've never raised level so literally before.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Elevator to the next level.
The elevator is suspiciously quiet. Where's the music?
Elevator up.
There we go. That's better. That's better.
All my daily. Okay, I have to make decisions now. What did I get at 5th level?
I think you get a new daily power or new
Yeah,
encounter power.
Yeah,
there it
I'm
is.
very excited because Flessa's new daily power is called Bloodbath.
Wow.
So I built
Sweet.
you 5th level character sheets before the character builder for 4th edition went away forever. I may not have made the best choices for you, but I
did
made
not.
the best choices I could make before the character builder
You
went
chose
away forever.
Bloodbath
I think
for Flessa.
I
feel
think I
like that's good.
specifically, unfortunately, chose something for Steve that he can't use.
Yeah, it requires
Okay.
melee weapons, I believe.
Hey, you could get a melee weapon.
I would need 2 of them. I
Oh,
have
I'm
one.
sorry.
Peter
I'm sorry,
Peter
Steve.
now has a new
I read a guide about Rangers, and it was like, this is the best power for Rangers, and I was like, all right, give it to Steve.
frenzying
This is the
smite.
best power
That's
for Rangers
exciting.
with 2 swords.
Not all rangers, Tony.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
archery Rangers.
Hashtag not all Rangers.
Not all Rangers. So our characters are now 5th level. They have regained all of their healing surges, all of their hit points. They have but to escape from Undermountain. Surely there can't be more than 1, maybe 2 fights between them in freedom. I'm really just stalling as we wait for Georgia to come back with her character sheet.
That
Why
sounds
don't you?
ominous.
So everybody got a new power. Why don't you share with your friends the new thing that you feel like you can do?
I now have the
Uh,
frenzying smite, which is just another way of hitting things.
Mm.
I got
Nice.
a thing called Visions of Avarice, which creates an illusion of treasure and just draws enemies into the middle of a zone.
Ooh, that's
and
nice.
it just keeps going, and it just drags people into the middle where we just keep dumping stuff on them.
Nice. Flessa's power is called Bloodbath, which
Mm,
basically she
good
just
for the pores.
she just stabs something a lot, and it does damage even if she doesn't hit, and it does ongoing damage equal to whatever the sneak attack damage is that she did. So that could be a lot of ongoing damage. It's very
It opens up a giant wound in them, basically.
yeah, which is really exciting.
All right, Alestrin, what's your? Oh, did you pick a new 5th edition power that's better than the one I gave you?
I did. I took one that involves arrows, if you can
That
believe
sounds
that.
like your MO. What's it do?
Yeah.
Or what's it
It's,
called? I assume it shoots arrows at people.
I was just looking it up again because I did not put it on my 5e character sheet, but it is a splintering shot.
I keep saying it. We have to be very careful here. Our listeners are going to get mad at us. 5th level character sheets, not 5th edition. We will be switching to 5th edition as soon as this adventure is over, which
All
could happen literally at any time. No one knows.
Keep saying it because
when it
one of
could
these
happen.
days you'll forget to correct me, and then the listeners will pounce.
I was in part correcting myself because I think I just said it wrong.
Yeah,
But
I probably did too.
Acrid, what's your new power that you get at 5th level?
I have not looked at it yet. What is my new power that I get at 5th level?
It might be on the last page of your sheet. I don't know.
Last page, let me see.
Yeah, one of the gray ones.
One of the gray ones. My daily is Stand the Fallen.
I think
Oh,
you had
that
that
sounds new.
before. Or is that
Did
new?
I have that one before?
It might say, it may have cropped off. It may say in the top corner or bottom corner that it's a level 5 something.
It says Warlord attack 5.
Yeah,
I think
that's
that might
it.
be the new one then.
That might be it.
Okay.
So you can stand the fallen. That would have been useful when people fell before.
You make
Yeah.
a powerful strike against your enemy and call to your comrades, lifting their spirits and restoring their battle lust.
All right.
Every ally within 10 squares of you can spend a healing surge and regains an additional hit points equal to my charisma, and I'm very charismatic modifier, +1.
Solid.
Ooh.
Nice.
And so you spend some time, pumping each other up, telling how you feel about now being 5th level, remembering that time that you just murdered a dragon, which was like 8 hours ago, as the elevator slowly grinds further and further up the strange shaft that it is in.
Hot.
I feel like my
So-
daily power would have been really useful in this past fight.
That's karma, I guess. When your sounds of triumph and success over a dragon are slightly disrupted by someone, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Not it.
Hang on.
19.
They could, but
Mine is
Peter, you
a
hear something above
30.
you.
30. What is
Yeah, I got it.
Lestrin here?
23.
Rizwin, you hear the sound of leathery wings. Alestrin, you see several bat-like creatures above you, flapping
No.
around.
Guys,
in the
bats,
chamber.
bats, bats, bats,
Bats,
bats,
bats, bats, bats.
There might be more dragons.
They look like they're bats.
Maybe bats.
Now, just to paint the picture, this is a tricky situation here. You are on basically an elevator slowly rising up. The elevator is like, 20 feet by 20 feet? And it's flush with the walls, right? There's probably just a tiny little crack around the edges of the elevator. So, unlikely that you can get knocked off the elevator or fall. And there's just a huge shaft above you that the elevator slowly been moving up. And it seems like the shaft is not completely empty, as Olestrin points out, or is at least aware of several flying objects in the area above you.
Mhm.
So I am putting these they're above you, but I'm putting them kind of off the map, kind of to give you a visual sense of where they are.
How far
though-
away are
Yeah.
they?
I would say that they are 20 feet above you right now.
I got it. Let me do it. I want to do it. Can I do it?
All right, you got to roll initiative.
You should do
Because
it.
they're rolling initiative also as they
I-
flap down at you.
Guys,
Cool.
I have
My
another
initiative
daily
is
power
4.
that I just learned. A really
Is it
cool
murder all
spell.
bats?
Yes.
What? I did not.
it's called murder. Bats.
I need to check what I give you guys.
And we all get
hold on.
an initiative
Bats.
bonus because we're next to
Next to me,
Acrid,
+2.
right?
How close do you have to be to Acrid? In one elevator?
10 squares.
Within an
Okay.
elevator.
Within several elevators.
I got a 30.
You'll have to put our tokens on this.
I am on it. I can't.
30, really?
I'm on the wrong layer.
Yeah.
You have a +9 to initiative?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
We got a feat at some point, and I didn't like any of the feats, so I just got the one that gives me a bunch of initiative.
I have
Wow.
+7,
That's pretty good. I have +2.
and I'm still only going at 12.
I got 4.
I rolled poorly.
Can you see yourselves in the initiative order now? Have I done that
No.
correctly?
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm having real trouble typing anything.
It always takes me 2 to 3 times to get it to stay,
Yeah. There we go.
but eventually it worked.
Acrid and Peter are the only ones missing, I think.
If it doesn't take it, just keep trying to put it in.
Or you can tell me.
Hit
and
enter.
Thought I
Again
had.
and
I
again.
apologize.
It looks like we got everyone now. All right. So, Jason, how are we on time?
15 minutes, I'd say.
Okay, so we'll do at least a round or two of combat of this before we do it.
Yeah, that's optimistic of them.
All right. Melik, you are first. You see these creatures flapping around in the elevator shaft above you. Their glinty red eyes leering down at you. It looks like they are ready to swoop in for the attack. and you use your Murder All Bats magic spell.
Oh,
You've
I'm
been saving
sorry.
for just this occasion.
I mispronounced fireball.
Oh,
Not a great roll. Should I roll separately against each of them?
I think usually yes, you roll for each
All right.
one. So just to clarify for our listeners, they're in an elevator shaft. These creatures are, I think I said 20 feet above you. They are in a probably within, the shaft is only so big, so they're all within 20 feet of each other, at a horizontal plane. There are, Melik, you have figured out that there are 4. We're just going to call them normal bats, and one bat that looks kind of like it's a little bit made out of fire. Okay. That's fun.
Well, I rolled a 16, 11, 18, and 24 versus reflex.
I bet bats are good at reflex, right? Their reflex, I'll just tell you, it's a 17. So 16 won't hit. I'm going to go like kind of clockwise, starting with the one by, I'll start at noon. So Melik. So that would be a miss. I think you have to roll one more.
Okay. Another 18.
The fire bat avoids it, but then the two bats at like, I don't know, clock stuff.
Okay.
Wait,
why did I do this? These two bats get hit.
No, but one of the other ones hit.
I think the fire bat has a better
fire
reflex.
bat is the fire bat. Think of the fire bat as the boss bat, if you will.
The area that this is burst 3 within 20 squares. So
I think that's hits all the bats.
What I'm saying is the bottom of the fireball should just be right above our heads.
Yeah, let me say, I don't think it hits you, but it's definitely like, probably you did not actually measure that, and people are uncertain about you.
I don't measure that.
We're all ducking a little bit.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm short.
Yeah.
I don't have any hair left.
Yeah, actually,
I never had hair.
Remind me who the tallest characters are. So, Acrid, Peter.
Yeah, I think Peter crouches down and puts his shield over his head.
Dragon is not a good scent. Just gonna say.
Here is the damage. It is 23 points of damage for the people that missed their saves, and half of that, so 12 or 11, I forget which.
Okay.
Or the ones that
11.
made their save.
Wow.
23 or 11.
Sorry,
is that a daily power?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's good. That's right.
It's Fireball.
Yeah. All right, I haven't seen Fireball in 4E in a long time. All right, so 2 of the bats are severely wounded by that. The other bats are half of 23 is 11?
11.
Yeah. The other ones are hurt. Except, let me check.
By bizarre coincidence, the Muzak version of Fireball comes on the elevator PA.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this does anything to something called a fire bat.
I am just checking. Let's see. It resists 10 fire, so it takes 1 damage.
All right.
That's something.
All right. Well, that was a bold opening gambit. Lighting them up with fireball.
And now they'll be easier to see because they're all on fire up there.
Yeah, it is easier to see the flaming bats and the one bat that was pre-flaming. The bats are now...
You can't tell which one's the fire bat. Oh, no.
Yeah. The bats are now... They're pissed at you guys because someone set them on fire. The bats are going to go on this turn. The fire bat is later in the order.
As they swoop down, Peter points up and goes, "Everybody, bat, 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 bat."
The bats do a flyby attack. So these bats are very nimble. They swoop down, and this is kind of a strange attack. They slash at you with their tails. I feel like this is not a traditional bat attack. That's how you know these are monsters in a Dungeons and Dragons adventure. Someone took the idea of bats and are like, what if they were bats, but their tails were like really mean? Yeah. So
somebody on the staff heard bats and thought they heard butts, so they didn't have a tail attack.
All right, so I've got 4 bats, and there are 6 of you.
And you cannot lie?
Yes.
So
like 2 of you are not going to get hit. I'm going to roll randomly to see who will not be targeted.
Tony got bats.
No. All right, everybody but Peter and Alestrin will be targeted by bats.
What?
So this is a tail slash attack. This is versus armor class. Acrid, 10 versus armor class, not very intimidated. Flessa, 27 versus armor class is impressive.
Yep.
Rizwin, 12. Melik, Also 12. It's yeah, that would have been more intimidating if you weren't all on fire. If they weren't all on fire.
God,
It's still
Becky,
intimidating
look
enough.
at her bat. It is so big.
Flessa, you got hit?
Yep.
All right. That bat hits you really hard for 14 damage with its
Ow.
its tail. Its tail is like a scythe.
Ow!
All right, Peter Dragonforge, the bats have swooped back up above you.
Was that versus AC versus reflex?
That was versus AC.
Okay.
Did they? Are you saying they came within melee range and then left melee range?
The bat doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when moving away from the target of the attack.
Very well.
They have a flyby attack.
And
Yes.
I didn't get a chance to swipe at it while it was above Flessa's head.
Nope.
Well, then Peter Dragonforge is going to do what he does so poorly, which is a ranged attack.
With a javelin or a
With
rock? I
a
forget.
javelin.
All
You're
right.
throwing a javelin straight up into the air in an elevator shaft in
Yeah.
which we are all standing.
Everybody cover your
I can
heads.
catch it. It's fine. Besides, it's going to hit this bat, and I chuck it at the. I chuck it at the
which is
fire
the-
bat.
Fire bat, okay.
Yeah, wait until my turn. New Year's, pew pew pew.
Oh, God.
And that
No.
is.
I'm frightened.
Yeah. The elevator continues to rise slowly.
At least my dagger magically comes back to my hand, so I don't have to worry about it clattering on somebody's
Yeah,
head.
you're not concerned about like ricochets.
17 versus AC.
All right, let me check the armor class of a fire bat. That does not hit. The fire bat swoops around up there.
And then I catch the javelin by the handle.
give me
Ooh.
an acrobatics check to catch the javelin.
Oh,
Otherwise, it
not
lands
come
near your
on!
feet.
Surely
In
it's
your
diplomacy.
In your
In
teeth.
your teeth. Yeah, diplomacy. Use diplomacy to persuade the dungeon master that you're not full of garbage.
11.
All right, you do not catch it. It lands near your feet.
Okay.
Okay.
In your feet,
In your feet.
through your feet.
And I then provide a divine challenge to the bat, and it
To
must
the fire
attack.
bat.
Yeah, and I point at it and go, "You, I'm watching you," and it must attack me or take 7 damage.
All right, I put a symbol on it to represent Peter Dragonforge.
Guys, I think this might be the 5th trial. We found it.
Acrid.
Did it.
Is this the other chamber within the chambers?
Do I think that
This
I
is
can
the shaft of bats.
do I think that I can spew acid
Oh,
at,
God, no.
at the shadow bat and
I'm-
not spray Melik?
I'm getting under Peter's shield.
I
Come under there, buddy.
That seems like not a great idea.
Okay,
I don't
fair,
know.
fair.
Give me a wisdom check.
Five. I'm okay. I'm like, maybe, we're too close. We're too close.
Yeah, I think you probably all learned at level 1 not to fire acid directly up.
I'm gonna use Warlord's Favor, and I will give it to Peter the +2 bonus to attack until the end of my next turn. And
I was going to suggest that you give it to somebody who's capable of doing ranged attacks, because this is
No,
my
this is
worst
just a
thing.
bonus.
It's just
to
a
your
bonus.
next attack.
Okay.
unless you do not wish it.
I think you'd be better off with somebody who's
Flessa?
going to do more damage if they hit than me and my dumb javelin, which is on the floor.
That's a point.
Flessa, why don't we give it to Flessa?
Okay.
I trust you though, Peter. I do.
All right. Acrid, you all set?
Sorry, I have to hop off my chair now. 1 second. Wait, I'll
Okay.
just roll another die. I'll roll another die. 16 plus 11, 27.
What are you attacking?
The fire bat
With a javelin or something?
with I don't know what my ranged weapon thing is. I believe it's a. Wait.
Oh, but Warlord's
it
Favor is only a melee attack.
Oh, bloody well.
Sorry.
Sorry, it's okay. I cannot find.
You may not have a lot of range.
I may not have a ranged weapon. Wait.
You have at least a ranged basic, which I think you would have hit if you rolled a 27.
Yes, I have a ranged basic. It only says weapon, but the damage is really sad.
Yeah, because it's probably throwing a rock or something.
I was about to say, like, what is a ranged basic if you don't have a ranged weapon?
It's basically just throwing
Throw a rock.
something.
Oh no,
improvised.
Murray!
I mean, you do have a small minotaur statue that you are holding
I'll
onto.
throw the minotaur statue.
Like we're
throw
gonna get
it.
it back. It's
I'll
gonna
throw
land.
it. Whatever. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna melt it down
It's just an
anyways,
acrobatics
right?
check.
Yeah, why not?
We're just selling it.
2 plus 4. 6.
Thanks.
You hit a bat with a minotaur statue. I gave you a long time.
I'll take it.
The bat looked like gets slightly startled by this and flaps wildly around the top of the chamber or top of the shaft. The minotaur statue comes hurtling back down to earth. Give me a quick acrobatics check.
I will
Accurate.
try to catch it.
In the mind of the bat right then. It's like,
15.
yeah, flying minotaur. No.
16.
The statue.
16. You perfectly catch it in one hand.
Jeez.
The minotaur statue is quite solid and heavy. It's like a good sized paperweight and apparently a decent bat artillery weapon. So, all right. Oh, Lestrin.
Yeah, so I'm closest to this fire bat, so I'm going to wait for it. Mark him as my quarry. Yeah.
Wow, we didn't even have to make fun of you
Tony.
first.
So it was 5th level where that actually
Yeah, that's
starts
where
to
you learned how
happen.
your character sheet works.
Yeah.
Just
I got
before it
one in
goes
young
away when we
field,
change
so.
editions.
Yep.
Yep.
And since I'm presuming the special bat has special hit points, I'm going to do a 2-fanged strike against
All right.
said bat. And since nobody's closer than me to that enemy, I get a +1 to attacks, which is nice. So, first arrow is not great. That is a 15 versus armor class. Sorry, 16 because of the prime
16
shot.
does not hit a fire bat. A fire bat is a rather challenging level 5 skirmisher.
Well, in that case, I will use my rather challenging elven accuracy to retry that shot.
All right.
I got one more that time. Oh, +2 more, actually. So it's 19?
Not enough.
Wow. Fine. Then that arrow ricochets off him and goes to this shadow hunter bat that's up here, which I'm not. He's not. The guy to the north of him.
Okay.
And that is a ranged basic, which is a 27.
That plugs
28.
that shadow hunter bat it solidly with the arrow that missed the fire bat, ricocheted off the elevator shaft and goes right into that other bat, right in the torso.
And that will be, oh, that's not a D10. That's a D10. That is a 16 damage for that one.
All right.
So I've used my rebound and